Hi, this is Simone, and I'm the Zen Mommy. I help people with spiritual awakening and ascension. And if you're new here today, please press subscribe, and the bell button will notify you of my next video. If you're a remaining subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you. So today, I want to give you a quick tip on communicating with your higher self. So one thing I learned about communicating with my higher self is you have to put radical trust. You have to actually completely trust your higher self. And uh, and when I mean by trusting your higher self, let's just say you look for an answer. You ask a question and you say, well, let's just say you want to buy this spiritual book and you say, should I buy this book or should I buy, you have two books you're trying to choose from and you want your higher self to help me. Say, higher self, help me choose which book. Should I buy book number one or should I buy book one or two? Then you hear something say, book number one. You hear a thought that says one. One comes up first, right? So what you need to do is sometimes we don't know if, oh, did I think that? Or is that a coincidence that I saw the number one just pass by right now? Or so those are the things, those are you talking yourself out of them your higher self talking to you. So you stop right there and you stand on that number one as faith. Okay, you stand on faith with that number one. Say, I'm going to buy number one right now. Then you go home and you read number one. And number one gives you a profound, enlightening experience that changes your life forever. Okay, so the thing is, you have to just trust. You constantly are putting questions. You're constantly looking for an answer from your higher self, right? And sometimes it's wrong. So here's the key. Sometimes the answers aren't the right answer. Sometimes maybe your ego got involved or you waited too long for the right answer and you got two different answers going back and forth. 1, 2, no, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? They always say it's the first one, but let's just say you can't even remember the first one because you kept hearing 1, 2, right? So what you want to do is you begin to learn over time how to tell which answer is your higher self. But you learn that way by just taking that answer that you hear. And even when it's wrong, be like, no, this book was okay, I picked number two. You probably heard one, but you heard two. And you wasn't quite sure, so you chose, okay, two. I think she told me two. But you get this book, and this book is so boring, you keep falling asleep. And you be like, oh, I messed up. No, that's not it, okay? The thing is you're leaning and you're trusting your higher self. You're listening for your higher self. So sometimes you are going to be wrong because you're learning. This is the learning process. Then you get to the point where you become a master at it, that you know from the details of when you were wrong. Well, how did you know you were wrong? You begin to start consciously thinking like, I kind of doubted it. So you'll start to fill out your spirit and the spirit of your higher self. And so it was just a tip I wanted to share real quick when communicating with your higher self. Make sure you use radical trust. Give yourself scenarios, questions, and look for an answer. And the answer might come to you in your thoughts. It might come to you as a number going by. It may come to you as the song that just came out. Oh, number two, choose number two. Stuff like that. So you have to understand the spirit is talking to you in many, many ways. Or sometimes it gives you emotion or feeling. You might feel anxiety or fear trembling through your body, or all of a sudden a bubbly, happily feeling. Those are like the ways the higher self or your spirit guide will communicate with you. So remember, radical trust. That's the key I'm sharing with you today. Thank you. Namaste.